How's it going, everyone? My name is AJ, and today I'm going to react to the internet. Someone commented on one of my recent videos asking about a challenge that I've never heard of called the chair challenge. After a quick search, I learned that this challenge originated in the early 70s on a CBS sitcom called All in the Family.
Straighten up! I can't straighten up! You didn't straighten up!
I can't do it. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I straightened up.
What'd you do to the chair?
I didn't do anything to the chair.
You're a liar. What'd you do to the chair?
But has since gained popularity on TikTok and Instagram due to its fascinating gender dynamic.
Well, if she can do it, there's a trick to it, and I ain't interested.
Not a trick.
Not a trick. It's just that women can do it and men
You
can't.
saw I couldn't do it. It's just women are built different. That's
Oh,
all.
I've been aware of that for some time.
No, I mean, it's pelvic construction is such
Oh,
that...
please don't draw me no diaphragms, huh? It's a dumb gag.
Today I'm going to react to both men and women attempting the challenge, and then try to explain why most men just can't seem to get it from a kinesiologist's perspective. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And without further delay, let's get started.
It's called the Chair Challenge, and it's really baffling people.
Yeah, take a look at this video that has 7.5 million views on Facebook. It's from a Utah radio station, Planet 105.1. You see a bunch of girls picking up a chair with their head against the wall. The thing is, the guys can't do it. They can't stand.
First thing, look at that guy's back. I have a funny feeling that this is going to be a component to this whole challenge dynamic. But in any case, let's keep watching and find out.
Stand up.
Right, so of course we had to give this a try. I mean, it's just what we do here, so take a look.
The chair challenge is more than picking up a chair. First, you start with your feet together against the wall. Next, take 2 steps back in a straight line, put your feet together, lean forward.
Am I the only one that is a little bit creeped out by that guy's face? The face he's making leads me to believe he's thinking something along the lines of, yes, I'm going to perform this challenge for you, master. But then later on tonight, I'm going to find out where you live and I'm going to visit you in your sleep. And there's nothing you can do about it. Anyways, completely unrelated, but funny.
Your head has to touch the wall at all times.
Oh, there, he changed his face. He changed it a little bit. He like picked the chair up and did like a woo. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
The chair in, pick that chair up, and try to stand up. And let's see how we did. Danielle? Got it.
Okay, yeah, she did get it. I mean, the first part was okay, but then she kind of struggled to finish it. I guess a win is a win.
Holly? No problem. Maureen? Those leopard heels didn't stop her. Then it was my turn.
All right, the true test.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
You gotta touch, yeah. Are you serious?
Okay, so let's have a look at this. First of all, look at where his hips are relative to his feet. That's the first thing that I noticed right off the bat. You can see that his hips are positioned a little bit farther forward in his stance compared to his 3 female counterparts. Another thing that I just noticed that might also be coming into play here is that all of the women are wearing heels. Now, of course, you probably know that weightlifting shoes have a little bit of a raised heel to help shorten the distance of the calf muscle to make big lifts a little bit easier. I'm wondering if these heels are having a similar effect on this challenge. I guess there's no real way we can confirm this for sure. No, there's no real way we can confirm this for sure. I'm curious to see where their hips are relative to the rest of their body. Let's rewind and have a look at that. Okay, so look at their hip position relative to the rest of their body. For the women, if you were to pinpoint the head of their femur where it articulates with the hip, you will see that that point lines up directly over their feet. But in the dude's case, it doesn't line up directly over the feet. The point where the head of the femur articulates or moves with the hip is significantly further forward in his stance compared to the other 3. That's going to push his center of gravity forward, and that's going to present a real disadvantage for trying to bring yourself back up again. And if you look at the second guy, it's a little bit tougher in this image, but you can see that his hips are also tilted a little bit more forward compared to the 3 females.
Austin's really upset about this because he thinks he can do everything.
Right.
He couldn't do it. And our
Austin's
custodian,
still
Dwayne.
like,
Yeah, and again, the same thing goes for this guy right here. His hips are significantly further forward relative to his feet compared to the 3 ladies that were tested earlier. So I guess you could say I'm noticing a little bit of a trend here.
And I'm telling you right now, if you had $1 million right there and said, Dave, stand up and go pick up that money, I couldn't do it.
Right.
I mean, that's how real that is.
Well, if you had me there, I bet you'd be able to get it. Okay, I've seen enough. Now it's time for me to give this a shot. Will I be able to break the trend of males being unable to do this? Let's take a closer look. All right, here we go. I got my wall here. I've got my chair over there. Let's see if this challenge really is impossible for men to do. All right, let's get this chair in here. I'm gonna do this now just to make it easier to access a little bit later. Here we go. Will you look at that? Not a problem at all. Well, that was exciting. So after watching a few people complete the challenge and actually doing it myself, I have come to the conclusion that there are likely 2 reasons as to why men struggle with this so much. And the good news is that one of these reasons can be fixed. So there is hope for guys out there who are trying desperately to get this challenge down. But first, I'll start with the reason that they cannot control, which is foot size. Bigger foot size means you have to stand further away from the wall and means you have further to lean forward compared to somebody with a smaller foot size. Considering the average foot size for males is this and the average foot size for females is this, kind of makes sense. Now keep in mind that my foot size is 10.5, so I by no means have small feet. Well, at least I don't think I do. But in any case, I tried doing this challenge again by stepping further away from the wall than was required. I was essentially trying to mimic someone with bigger feet, and I found that the challenge was considerably more difficult, but still possible. And this makes sense. When you lean forward and put your head against the wall, standing further back than normal, your center of gravity is also going to shift forward, meaning that a lot more force is required from your glutes, hamstrings, and core muscles to get you back to a standing position. So for you ladies out there gloating about your victory over your husband, boyfriend, or a guy that you're really into but probably doesn't like you back, I encourage you to do the challenge again, but this time stand the same distance away from the wall that the male did. Because, you know, #equality. Now, although a lot of guys possess a disadvantage when it comes to foot size, this isn't necessarily a deal breaker, which leads me to my second and most likely reason as to why males struggle with this challenge. And I haven't found a single person talking about this yet. The main reason why men seem to struggle so much with the chair challenge is because they suck at moving their hips. The secret to completing the chair challenge, regardless of your sex, is to hinge at the hips properly. So how do you do that? Let me show you real quick. Starting in a standing position, slowly drive your hips back, keep your chest nice and tall, and let your hands slide down your thighs. If you do this right, you should feel your glutes and hamstrings fire up. This position should feel pretty good, kind of like you're calling the last play of the game at the Super Bowl. Once you're comfortable with this movement, try the challenge again. Hinge as far as you possibly can at the hips before resting your head against the wall. Hold this position by keeping the tension in your hammies and back, then try to get up. If done correctly, you should notice a huge difference compared to what you were doing before. And if you still can't do it, then your hamstring mobility and strength likely needs some work. And lucky for you, I have a video that can help you out with that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, again, be sure to like it, comment, share it with your friends, subscribe, and turn notifications on. And hopefully I will see you again in a future video. Have an awesome day and stay strong.